for the people that don't know, who we got on We Visuals?
Man, y'all got your baby, man. Senior Smith, a.k.a. Guru for them sports. Y'all know that we got them sports shows coming. And also known as Cash from the new Money Cartel when we set that up. But yeah, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, man.
For sure, for sure. Where you from?
Man, we from, man, the Bricks, man, from the Sojourner Truth homes. You know, my mama, you know, she had us, we grew up out there in the Bricks, man, and I want to put a little light to Sojourner Truth, too. Because speaking of Sojourner Truth, I guess the truth will set you free. I'm going to tell the truth on here, because I guess it's going to set me free, so I want to be free. You feel me? Sojourner Truth fought for freedom. You know what I'm saying? She was an abolitionist back in the day, man, during the civil rights movement and all that. And to abolish means to put an end to. So we want to put an end to a lot of this nonsense like Sojourner Truth and them was trying to do back then. And we want to keep on moving forward with our dreams and our goals, man, that we trying to do, man. You know what it is, man. What up, though?
Okay.
What up, though?
So tell me about how you grew up in the Sojourner Truth.
Man, we grew up, it was hard, man. My mama grew up, man. We grew up, really, our fathers went around. Like me, like I never had met my father. You know what I'm saying? Like my brothers and them, like my brother under me, I more was around his father before he was born, though. You know what I'm saying? Pee Wee was more like a father to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Then my brother came, and then my little baby brother came, but his father, Big Dave, he had got caught up, man, out in the streets and all that. He got locked up for murder and all that, and so he wasn't around. So she raised us, a single parent in the Bricks, man, and I grew up with all my friends, man. So, you know, like most of my family I didn't really meet, only like a certain family that was here in Detroit. So most of my family was really from the Bricks, man. So y'all was my family, man. I grew up like that. It was rough. And we just always had them dreams, man, as kids, man, to really be something, man. And hopefully we can get to that.
Okay. So in Detroit, where did you graduate from?
I graduated from Persian High School, man, over there on East 7 Mile Ryan Road, man. Home of the Doughboys, you know what I mean? So it's legendary, man. High school of legends like your brother, man, Carlos Williams, man. And I always said this, bro. They robbed Los, man, of that Mr. Basketball that year, man. I think they gave it to Garvelia. Remember that went to Michigan State? I remember because I wrote for the school newspaper. I was on the journalism team, and I wrote the sports section for Persian High School. I used to write all the articles and all that, but even before that, even before Los was a legend like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Los was a legend in the hood, man. Like, we always thought he was going to be in the league and everything, man. And I miss Los, man. I want to, you know what I'm saying, give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, and rest in peace to my baby, man, Los, man, because I'm tell you something. Los helped me get started with them sports, with the football. It was him and Dude, man, got me started in the NFL. They was like, we got somebody for you, Eric Dickerson. I'm like, Eric Dickerson? I'm like, I was a little kid. I ain't know what ED was. He was so sweet, though, with the neck roll, the goggles. You feel me? I was smooth, so I'm like, they gave me the right guy. Your brother, man. So, bro, I miss you and I love you, man. Yeah, we from the Persian, man, the Doughboys. What up, though?
For sure. So, after you graduated from Persian, you went to the Army, right?
Yeah, I went to the Army, man, right after high school, man, because really I had no money for college, you know what I'm saying? So, when the recruiter came to my class, I'm like, man, he pushing me to go to the Army. I'm like, but I had some family members that had went, but I'm thinking like it probably couldn't be too bad. I could just probably go for the college money, do my little couple of years, come back, go to school, get back on path, you know, like I wanted to do. So yeah, I went to the Army, man. The Army was dope though, man. Like when I first got there, man, basic training and all that, it was kind of hard though, you know what I'm saying? Like everything they had took us through. But then it was only the training to train you really like a trained killer to be able to defend the country, you know what I'm saying? But at young, you don't really understand that. So I went, man, it was dope. I met a lot of cool people like Sip and D and a lot of people I met. But in the Army, man, I went, my job was, I was a supply sergeant. I was in charge of the M16s, the supply room. And a little short story, man, when I first got to the military, bro, look. When I got out of basic training, in basic training, I got to tell you a little bit about that too. That was dope, man, like with the M16s, man, we at the range, man, we had to qualify for them. But you know, we from Detroit, so they always like, oh, y'all love them guns in Detroit and all that. This probably your favorite part. It really was, though, bro. I can't even lie to you, though. And the grenades, too. The grenades was dope. The live grenades, when we did them, that was dope, too, because the grenades, this is how they work. When we went to the grenade pit, when you grab the grenades, you hold the lever down. So when you pull the pin out, when they say twist, pull a pin, you pull the pin out. Now the grenade ain't gonna go off until you let the grenade go out your hand till the lever is released. So when the lever is released, it got so many seconds to go off before the grenade explode. But bro, my first time, I'm in the military, I'm like, when I let the lever go, you know what I'm saying, and the grenade went off, man, it's like the whole world just shook up. I'm like, man, this Army stuff for real, you feel me? But it was dope though, man. The Army, I met a lot of good people. Like I said, I worked in the supply room and in the arms room with the M16s. It was dope, man, and I had a hell of an experience, man, and I recommend it for anybody, man. Yeah, the Army was dope, bro.
For sure. So, talk about getting out of the Army and everything, and what happened when you came back from the Army.
When I came back from the Army, man, it was, you know what I mean, like, bro, and I got to tell the real story, man, because when we from the Sojourn the Truth, right? This was crazy, man, and I ain't really trying to be bragging about it. I just got to tell y'all the real story. So when we came back when, I guess the security system wasn't what it was, bro and them, man, you know what I'm saying, I don't really want to put everybody's name on it, but it was like, man, we could probably carry some of that weed back on the plane. I'm like, on the plane? I'm like, damn, I don't really know about that. I'm leery as hell though, bro, you know? So down there, man, where we was at in Texas, man, we got the pounds and it was compressed into bricks. So we had brought the pounds through the plane, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I could swear, man, when it went through the scan, I could see the weed on the scan. I'm like, I don't even really know what they doing. I'm with them. They the ones that bought the weed, but they want to come to Detroit to sell it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going home. I done got out the military. They like, we can go back to Detroit with you. I'm like, okay, bet. We get to the airport where mom and them picked us up. I'm still thinking like something about to happen, bro. We ain't came back with them pounds. The bags that came around the thing, man, we didn't grab the bags. Got in the truck where I got on the freeway. We got on the freeway, I'm still looking back, bro. I'm like, man, somebody got to be following us or something. You feel me? We get back to the crib, we got the pounds and everything. As soon as we get back to the crib, we at mama crib, we got the pounds and all that. Now, mind you, I had met her boyfriend just a couple of times when I was in the military, when I used to come home on leave and stuff like that on the holidays and stuff. I'm like, you know, I ain't really know what to think of him, you know what I mean? So, but I'm like, if mama love him, you know what I'm saying? He stayed with her, I ain't think nothing about it, you know? So it was me, bro, and this one chick that was with us. We brought the weed back. Nah, this night we staying with mama. No, bro. Let me say the story right. It's the truth, right? Because Sip gonna get me for this. Look. When we first got back, we stayed in the room. Now, we couldn't really, we had to pay for the room, so we was trying to sell the weed real quick to help pay for the room to stay there, right, before to try to sell the rest of the weed. Now, mama was like, well, y'all paying all that money for that room. Y'all could just stay here, Ron. Why do that? I'm like, Mom, you right. So we just started staying there. So the first day we stayed, we was going to stay there, bro. Look, the old girl upstairs with all the pounds. I'm downstairs, chilling. I done blew and all that. I'm blowed, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, just relaxing, you know. Sip down there with me. All we see was Billy run down the stairs and run out the crib. I heard old girl say, he got the weed. I'm looking, I be like, he got what weed? They like, he got the pounds. I'm like, what pound? Now when we brought it back, it was one brick was compressed. It was like 3 pounds in one brick. The other 2 pounds was separate. It was 5 pounds. He ran off with the 3-pound brick, bro, and was gone. I'm like, what? I go to try to chase him, bro. Swear to God, look. By the time when I realized, when she said he got the weed, he was already gone. I'm chasing him, right? I try to cut him off on Nevada by your crib. I ain't know them gates was up. Remember, I was in the Army. The gates up behind your crib, the gates cut me off from catching him. I would have caught him, bro. I'm thinking, like I said, I try to climb the gate. I'm like, I'm looking, you know how them gates is. I'm like, no, I can't climb the gate in time to catch him. He already gone to Nevada. He bust up. I'm about to turn y'all in. I'm like, turn us in. He got the pounds. He gone, bro, with the pounds. Now, look. After that, we like, Mom, he gone with them pounds. Mom, for real, your boyfriend, as soon as we get here like that, how was the plan to get us here to, all right, Ron, I'm going to find out what happened, right? She getting in touch with him, talking to him on the side, bro. He telling her, you know what I'm saying, he can't sell the weed. I'm like, Mom, you actually communicating with this dude and he actually telling him what he doing with it. Why you not just telling him, like, bring them they shit back? You feel me, my baby? She ain't saying no shit like this, so now we getting madder and madder, and I'm trying to, this is my mama, they mad, probably like, well, shit, if she, you don't know how they probably thinking, bro, you see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, Mom, you can't really play it like that, you feel me? Shit, come to find out, man, I don't know what happened, what happened with what he had with the pounds, what he did with it. Mama ended up talking us into letting him come back to stay at the crib, bro. So now you know when he stayed there, how uncomfortable this shit is. Sip didn't want to crack his head and shit. I'm like, damn, that's uncomfortable as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? He ran over that shit, but Mama, like, we love Mama though, so we just respected her wishes, He stayed there, So everything was kind of, real bad, after that happened, and uncomfortable, So shit, long story short, after that, man, I had applied at Chrysler and all that, man. I was trying to get in there when I first came back, because I'm thinking like military and all that shit helped me. So mind you, remember we had been smoking that weed and all that, so I said, when we applied to Chrysler, we passed all the tests, the manual, all of this shit that they had, that for you to pass. Then it got to your analysis, right? I didn't fucking know, bro, about the temperature test and shit. I go pissing some shit, thinking like I can just take some other people. But I had stopped. I wasn't smoking or nothing like that. I was probably clean. But you being so naughty, you was trying to be safe, like this Chrysler, you know what I'm saying? I fucked around and pissed him. I know I took somebody pee, Dave or somebody, put it in a little bottle. But mind you, remember the temperature test. I forgot about that shit, so I wasn't thinking about no temperature test. I go take the pee in there, so I don't know if that violated or fucked it up. So that I ain't getting Chrysler. So then after that, I started taking little penny ante little jobs and shit after that. Like, damn, well shit, now what? After that shit wasn't working out, you know what I'm saying? Looked up, man, then it led you to a life of, crime, man. We grew up in the projects, so when I first started selling weed, this how it went, man, when I was out there in the bricks, man. Like, people was coming to me to ask me where to go get the weed from. I'm like, all these people keep coming to me, I might as well just sell my own shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just start getting some weed, and then I started selling it. First I was getting fronted and all that. Mama was like, whoever you selling weed for, you rolling for them? Because I don't see you getting none of the problem. Like, Mom, I'm just flipping my money. Like, whatever the ticket is he charged me, bro, like whatever he fronted me with, say if he charged me a band on a pound or whatever, you feel me? Then I'm like, I'm going to give him this band back and keep my shit in all weed and just come back with another band. My first band, I said, I'm going to go get more weed. I'm going to keep all mine and product. You feel me? Mom didn't know what I was doing. So at a certain point, I told bro, I said, you ain't got to front me no more. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, nah, shit, man. I'm going to tell you what I did. I was giving you all the money up front, getting product, so I could just get my own little shit. I don't really want to be selling for nobody. I just want to build up my own shit. But I did that to build my own shit up, and I had my own shit in work. And I just worked off that, and that's how I started off, getting on. You know what I'm saying? But, we was out there, man. We had them stories of what happened, man. And then what happened with me, we sold the weed and all that. Long story short, we don't need to get into all that, but everything got messed up for me with the weed, because I had, a few of my friends and, people was selling with me and stuff like that. But when it got messed up, bro, which is Sip, he was selling dope at the time, bro. So Sip coming back, he got all this money and shit like that. They like, bro, you selling that weed? He like, shit, you need to come on, go and get with me, man, since everything ain't kind of working out right with that weed. Motherfuckers playing you and all shit like that. I'm like, well, bet, bro. I started selling the dope with him, with G and them, man. Let me be real, man, tell our story. This is the truth, right? So the money was different with the dope, bro. Like, the money was coming so fast. I'm like, oh, this shit totally different from the weed. Like, if I spend 100 in dope, I might cut up like 300 in rocks. But then if I spend 100 in weed, I might only bag up by a little over 2 something. But then it's fun. There's people coming, your friends coming to get the weed. That dope, they're selling so fast. Like, the flip of it and the money of it is way faster than see what I'm saying? It's totally more money. I'm just telling y'all the game in the street. The game should be sold, not told. I should be telling y'all shit. But yeah, that was the real story, man. And then I was like, well, we selling the dope. So what happened, bro, was this. Look up the fiends and shit. They start coming by my crib in the hood. Bro, like, man, bro, you got white people coming by the crib, man. They starting to get suspicious of us. I was like, bro, you mean just see my man out there about to cut the lights and shit off? I don't see nobody else paying that shit. I'm like, shit, they bringing that money over here. I'm like, fuck it, we can pay the bills and shit like that, because my man left out, moved out the projects, and we just stayed in the crib in the hood. So I was like, well, shit, this shit gonna pay the bills, bro. I was like, well, shit, fuck it, bro. If it is, all right. I mean, I guess you know what you're doing, but I guess I didn't, because then now word started getting to the building, like them boys over there selling that dope and all that. Look up, they had a sting in the projects, and they was sending the police around to find out what people was doing in the projects they were suspicious of. We was one of the units, right? It was D Hart, man. I'll never forget it, man. We was in the kitchen and he was like, "Wrong, man. The police going around stopping at different people's cribs." I'm like, "What's up, Hart?" Like, then they gonna stop over here too. I'm like, "You know they gonna stop over here." Bro, swear to God, ask Hart. We seen the police like out the window coming. I was like, I gotta make a move quick. So I went and grabbed the dope I had and the weed and ran out the back door. Mind you, I left a whole bag of rocks sitting in my bedroom, and I forgot about it because I was trying to move so quick before they came. You see what I'm saying? So I couldn't grab everything. I runs and go to the spot. I'm like, oh shit, I left the rocks back at the crib, man. We hit. After enough time passed, I said, let me go back towards the crib and see what's going on. When I get to the crib, Smirk standing out there like, I'm thinking like everybody know about about the rocks and shit. Smirk like, I'm like, what they found, bro? He's like, man, they just found a bag of weed. I don't know what you mean. He's like, it was a bag of weed, and then they told me, I was telling him I smoked that. He was like, no, just the fact that it's in here, they sent that report back to the bill. I'm like, bag of weed? Bro, I went back and looked in my room. The bed was moved, and a whole big-ass, dumb-ass bag of rocks was sitting in the corner by my bed. It's like I don't know, they hadn't looked, bro, the bed was moving. I don't know how they didn't see him. It was just sitting in the corner. I picked them up like, oh, shit. You feel me? So they ain't get them. They would have really pinned it and put a charge or something on somebody. You feel me? But they ain't get that. But then they was like, y'all got to go. You know what I'm saying? They was like, y'all got to, certain time for us to get evicted out the hood. I had to stay with Los at the time, man, so I went and started staying with Los and shit like that. But then before I started staying with Los, they was like, Ron, we heard what happened. They told on you or whatever happened. We gonna all join together. We all joined together, did our little thing. Was, I ain't got to put all that out there, but however it went, everything went wrong with everything that we was doing. We was hustling and all that, man, right? Mm-hmm. And then, I'm gonna tell the story about all that, and that's when I had met Jen and all that out there. But we gonna get to that part later, bro. But this is my story, man. Real talk.
So, talk about getting with Jen and the influence that she had on you leaving the dope gang.
Well, what happened, bro, is this, man. Like, well, this is the truth, right? So we got to tell the truth. So, G.A. came up to me, man. Bro came up to me. He was like, man, I'm gonna get out the game, and I said, what you gonna do with your gun? He was like, man, you want it bad? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it bad. So I bought the 9 from him, right? So I already knew, man, all the dope and all that I was selling and all that is a matter of time for somebody gonna try me. So I had bought the 9 from G, man, so I kept it on me at all times, So one particular day I was on my way to the cleaners. I said, I'm gonna go to the cleaners, I'm gonna go down to the Coney Island, give me something to eat. Going to the crib. So I get to the cleaners. I think I met Nardo and Smirk and all them at the Coney Island. We ate our little food or whatever. We had in Nevada. Right before we got to the hood, bro, the raid van pull up. So I don't know if somebody seen me and probably told them like, he got that gun on him. Pull up on them. All type of little funny. I thought that was weird that they pulled up on us like that in the daytime, talking about we need to see our hands. We just coming back from the Coney Island. I got cleaners. No, I don't think I had the clothes from the cleaners. I think I dropped my clothes off that day. Because I had to clean clothes in my hand, right? So they was like, we need to see your hands. I knew I had that 9 on me. I'm like, they need to see our hands. Boy, I bust up. I just started running, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm running zigzag, thinking like they might try to shoot at me or something. So now the 9 fell out my pants and hit the ground. All I heard them say was, he got a gun. It was Jew Wade, bro. He's like, Ron, just keep running. I kept on running, bro. I outran him, right? I'm out of breath and everything. Look, I done ran to Marcy crib. I'm thinking I'm safe because I ran him. I'm out of breath when I get in Marcy crib. Like, Marcy like, Ron, what's wrong? I'm like, Marcy, I'm like, they coming. She like, who coming? I'm like, I couldn't really talk. I was out of breath. So I was like, let me go hide in the closet, Now Marcy, see, I don't like her, like a robe or something like that, like almost like her night clothes or whatever, right? So look up, I go hide in the closet. About 5 minutes later, I hear something knocking at the door, right? I'm like, oh, it's the police. They knocking at the door, right? Marcy opened the door. It was like, excuse me, man, did somebody come here? She like, oh, no, ain't nobody here. I'm thinking she in that robe and all that. You feel me? They probably be like, well, maybe it was the wrong house. Somebody must have told something, right? They was like, no, man, can you mind if we take a look? She like, oh, well, they came on in. I'm like, what if they just look downstairs and just leave? I hear them downstairs, bro. They was like, well, I tell you what, if the person that's upstairs, if he don't come down, we going up. I'm like, what? Like, they just knew I was in there. She was like, ain't nobody in here. I just started hearing their steps coming up the stairs, bro. I knew it was over, right? When they came in, they snatched the closet door down and just pulled them guns out on me, had all in my face. Like, you got to right the main side and all this type. I'm like, oh, officer, wait a minute. They get up, they hitting me, swinging on me. Look, I'm like, I can't wait till they get me to the station. Now they was beating me down so bad, right? So they was like, you know who this is? They had bro ID. I'm like, that's my brother. What you mean? They're like, okay. He said he didn't know you. I'm like, ah. They go back and pull back up on them. Like, I thought y'all said y'all ain't knowing. They was like, oh, I ain't knowing. They had set us up like that. So they get me to the station, bro. When I get to the station, they already got the gun and all that. So I had went in and, you know what I'm saying, said it was my gun. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have said it wasn't. You know, they didn't just have it on me. I was scared at the time. I was just like, see, yeah, that was my gun. Went through the county and all that type of, you know what I'm saying, they gave me probation and all that. You know what I'm saying, I told them I was going back to the military and all that, and they was like, well, we'll give you probation and all that, and thank you for your service and all that, so. Now I had that on me, you know what I'm saying, so after that I was like, man, I can't really be doing this. I had met Jen. Jen was like, I heard about what happened when you got locked up with the gun and all that, you know, all that happened in the hood. So I met Jen, and I was like, well, Jen, I had liked her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She ain't really hang out with us like that. She was kind of really mysterious, so I think that's the part that I really had liked. So, you know, I had, when I met her, you know what I'm saying, one time I seen her mother at the store, I had this Rolex necklace on. She was grabbing my necklace. I was like, her mama doing that? I'm like, her mama doing that? TT and Jason keep coming to telling me she liked me. They told me, she said you sound like DMX. You are DMX and all. I'm like, oh, everybody keeps saying this. I'm like, well, let me go see what Jen talking about, right? So one day I just went over there and knocked on her door or whatever. And I was like, her mama answered the door. I'm like, Jen here? She like, oh yeah, that's Tyrone. Look from the store. I remember she had to grab my necklace and all. I'm like, yeah. She was like, well, that's kind of crazy. He coming over there, you know. She like, Jen, somebody here to see you? I shocked him. Look, she came from upstairs like, Tyrone over here? I'm like, oh, hey, Jen, you know, I was coming. Hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, what's up, Tyrone? I'm like, yeah, you know, you always be telling me I don't ever come see you or whatever. I just come to see what's up with you, you know? So me and her was talking or whatever, and I'm like, she was talking about she was going to the mall. So I was like, well, you know, I'll ride with y'all to the mall or whatever. We can do that. Roll to the mall or whatever with her. I was kind of digging her anyway, you know what I'm saying? We went out a couple of times to Sheba's or whatever. And, you know, everything was dope, you know, so, you know, I'm like, this is probably somebody I could really be with, you know what I'm saying? So, start really on some real talk. I met her and I was really liking this girl, you know what I mean? I had never really liked a girl like this, you know? So I was like, we all from the hood together and all that, so when I first met her, you know what I'm saying, we had pagers at the time, you know what I'm saying, before all the technology and the phones and all that came out, so I had my pager on me. My pager was going off, you know what I'm saying, so I'm like, I don't want her to think there's no girl and nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying, I'm like, I don't want her to think there's no girl or nothing, you know? So I'm like, I had to tell her kind of what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, you know, I kind of hustle a little bit, you know, and it ain't no girls, you know, I can kind of take you into my world to show you what I do. So I kind of took Jen around that world, you know what I'm saying, with the fiends and all that, and she was kind of like, oh, that is kind of what he do. I was like, but I'm telling you what I'm going to do, though. Let's change all this. Let me get all this up and go on ahead, because I ain't really want to do all this. This was kind of like making the best out of a bad situation type situation, you know. But this wasn't my end, you know what I mean? I knew that when I was hustling. But I said, I got to get back on my path to everything I wanted to do. So I thought this was the girl I was going to do it with. So when I got with her, I left the game. I started working. It was hard at the beginning, bro. Like, man, I was taking little crazy jobs. Man, it's crazy, y'all. Man, this shit crazy. I'm telling y'all this story, man. And this shit real shit, star. I'm telling you, like, as I think back on this shit, bro. Like, I was taking little, shit. Nigga, moving company jobs and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, I was a hustler. Nigga, I had all that money and shit, the dope, man. Shit, I'm doing all this shit now. I'm like, shit, I like this girl. I'm going to change my life, you know. So, shit, I was doing all them hard-ass jobs and all that, you know what I'm saying, showing her mom and all. I'm like, you know, I'm a good dude, you know. So, you know, while we was together, something happened at my house where I was staying with my mama. And it was around Christmas, an incident happened, and long story short, me and my mama got into it, and I was like, well, Mom, I'll leave your key on the table. This is going to be my last time doing that, though. You know what I'm saying? So I left the key on the table. I had to stay with her and her mom. No, I started staying in the spot. You know what I'm saying? I stayed at the dope house. Jen was so G about it, she started staying in the spot with me. I know her family and all. I'm like, where's she at? She up in the dope house with me. Start, you hear me? I'm like, I'm really loving this girl now. I'm like, fiends and stuff that I used to serve used to start coming bringing me stamps and food. They had to reverse it now. They had to take care of me now. I had to start living like that now. People was fronting me dope and all that. Man, I was out there, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, Mom, can he stay with us? Her mama let me stay with them, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, this kind of weird, awkward. You know what I'm saying? This our mama's first house. They let me stay here. That's kind of uncomfortable, you know? So I was staying there with them and all that. So her mom was like, I can get you a job at my, you know, where I work at. I was like, all right, man, that's straight. I'll do that. I started working up there, man, and, you know, I started getting into the factory world and all that and started working. I was like, man, you know, I'm always about hard work. My mama raised me like that, so when I got in there, I didn't really know what to expect, you know what I'm saying, in that factory life, but I started working hard and they started respecting me and, you know what I mean, I kept my job, beat through the probation and all that. They kept me there, and her mama was like, probably like, you know, that was hard for me too, because just think, y'all, like with her mama there, that was that extra scope on me, like this Deborah's daughter, boyfriend, so anything that I do wrong was going to be a reflection of her. She got me in there. So I got to watch everything I do. Any little chicks and all that. Deborah, you seen him over there talking to him? All that. And I'm like, I wasn't on all that. I was about changing my life and all that, bro, you know? So I started there, but what happened was this. The job had closed down, and it was like, we're going to leave and move up north. And but anybody left behind, they won't just be out there because they got stuff in place to where employees, when jobs do that, you can go through programs like the No Worker Left Behind, you know what I'm saying? I went to college after that, went to OCC. Hell of a school, man, a school for business. Now, bro, look, true story, look. When I first got to the college, right, now I done been in school, math my favorite subject in English, right? So I'm like, well, I love math so much. I'm like, I'm just going to pick something like accounting for math. So when I got there, my counselor, I met him, Mr. Cole. Shout out to you, man. What up, though? Leonard Cole, man, from OCC, hell of a counselor, you know what I mean? I met him, he said, you came to this school for accounting. He said, and why was that? I said, I just like math. He was like, no, man. He's like, accounting ain't about math. I said, what you mean? Mr. Cole, he said, accounting is another language. I say, when he said language, it stood out to me, bro. Languages. Listen, bro, everything got its own language. The camera you hold, the microphone right here, these bracelets, you know what I'm saying? Like everything got its own language, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really understand that then. I didn't even understand language. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, everything got its own language, accounting its own language. As I started taking the class and started understanding the language of business, I'm like, well, no, accounting is like the skeleton of the business structure. And then like the equation, what is assets minus liabilities equals owner's equity, it's the whole skeleton of the business structure. I'm like, that's gangster, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's like the whole skeleton behind business, accounting. No, it ain't about math. You use math as certain techniques to figure out the language, but man, it's a whole system for business. You know what I'm saying? That's what I went to school for. So I went to school for business, man. Graduated on the dean's list and everything. Matter of fact, my dean, a black dean from OCC, she was so cool, man, because certain problems I had within my experience at the college, the dean used to always help me through. Like, look, bro, I had this class called Introduction to the Film. Now, even what you're doing with the camera and all that, that's why I know the language. Now, Jen was so cold with film that he was so hard on us when he know what to expect from me from the class. I can bring the work home and let Jen see the work. She didn't know what to do for the class from at home, man. She was that cold with the film. So I'm coming to the class, and I'm passing the class. They like, what is you doing to pass this class? I'm like, you know, I just love the film, you know what I'm saying? But at first, before all that happened, man, I got into it with the instructor because I didn't know what he wanted. Man, he was so hard on us. He got smart with me one day. I ran up on him, bro. I ran up on him. He went to the dean and then reported me. So the dean was like, yeah, he reported that you ran up on him. You know, students can't do that at this college. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's from the hood, bro. I got mad that day. So I said, Dean, well, I'll tell you what, I was wrong. But my only concern is this. I just want to make sure that he don't use that experience against me with my grades and stuff like that, because I'm big on my grades. I just don't want him to be personal with me. So I'm going to make sure that don't happen. So she did that, and then when I got them grades, he must have been thinking like this. This guy got this infection for the film like I do, but I didn't. Jen was doing it. So Now he got a better understanding probably why I read up on it, because he probably thinking like he's so serious about the film. You see what I'm saying, bro? But Jen was doing the work. But the class was dope. The experience was dope, man. The instructors was dope. Dope college, man. I learned a lot, man. And I recommend anybody to go to the college, man. Hell of an experience for me, man. OCC, man. Shout out, man, to the Oakland Raiders, man. OCC. Yeah. There you go.
For sure, for sure. So, through your journey with your wife Jen, right?
Yeah.
And so you always talk about something that devastated you in the situation, though. Can you get into that situation, or is it?
Wait, no, it ain't touchy, bro, because it's the truth, man. We from this is the truth, so this is exclusive, man. I gotta tell the truth, man. I want to get back to that, man. Maybe I got on track from that, telling you about my life. But back to Jen, man. Like, okay, back to our journey. Like even when I did the college and all that, Jen was like, "Well, you got the college under you and all that." Well, I stopped going to the college. We know we was betting on them games and all that. So I said, "Well, I got 2 more account classes to do." I did the principles of accounting. I did that. I had 2 more accountants to do: financial accounting, and managerial accounting. I had them 2 to do. I had a lab science to do, and 1 more English class. I had 4 more classes to do for the degree, bro. I had to stop going, but with Jen, man, it's like I had that under my belt, but after that, I said, well, I got to get back to working, not Jen. So we had got back on our little path or whatever, right? So I had started at my job, man, at Flexingate, and in my first year, Jen was working at the law firm, right? Now look, before that, bro, let me just tell this, though. I want to tell on our journey because I don't want to miss nothing. I think I missed a part to go back before we got there. Now look, when I was staying with our mother, remember I told you this was our mother's first house. Nah. Our mother, something happened to where with the bills and all that, the house was about to go through foreclosure and she was going to move out. We talked to the foreclosure people. They was like, well, you got 6 months on the foreclosure, the process. You can stay in the house before you leave out. I was like, well, Jen, I told the lady, I said, well, when it gets close to the 6-month mark, ma'am, can you please let us know and then we'll go from there, right? I told Jen, I'm like, bet, look, nah, it was 6 months. We got 6 months to just save up money because we got to move now, and then that'd be the money we can save up on our next journey. You feel me? So we saved up the money. When the lady got with us 6 months later, she was like, yeah, she put something in there where it can stand for a couple of months. After we was able to save up a little more money. We got over 10,000, and we started saving crazy money, and then we moved into our first apartment, which was in Warren, man. We moved in Warren. Matter of fact, the same leather couches and stuff that I got in my apartment now, these are the same couches that was with us. These some dope couches. I'd had it with me my whole life, So our first apartment was in Warren, man. We moved into, I think it was the Warren, is it the Warren Manor, I'm thinking? It's on 10 Mile and Hoover, man, and we stayed out there. So that was our first, experience, staying on our own, That experience was all right, man. Like, we stayed on the first floor. The neighbors upstairs was noisy and shit, loud. You could hear them all over the, you know what I'm saying, while you was downstairs. So I was like, eventually we got to move out of here. So I was like, next apartment we move in, let's move upstairs to where they won't be that noisy. So our mom was like, well, how about you just move in the apartments we stay in? And I stay in. I'm like, well, we just moved in our mama apartments, right? In Highland Park. When we moved in them, bro, everything was smooth. Then something happened. Like, we stayed there for a while. Nah, me and Jen stayed in these apartments, and Bro and them came up with Smirk, Kenyatta and them. And when Smirk was there, man, like, it was the playoffs. I'll never forget, it was the Colts played the Chiefs, man. Bro called me, he's like, man, who coming over? Like, man, ain't nobody coming over, bro. It's the playoffs. I'm chilling, the Chiefs game. I got some drinks, trees and all that. We was chilling. Bro came through. Now, the game had went off. No, I don't even know if the game was over yet, but bro was like, what time is it? I'm like, it was getting close, I think about 7 o'clock. I never forget the day, bro. So bro was like, I'm hot, man. I'm going to step outside. I'm like, okay, bro. He stepped outside. The door swung back open. I looked outside. I didn't see bro. He was outside somewhere. So I was like, well, let me close the door. I go back in the apartment. Now, bro then came back in. He was like, man, I'm about ready to go. I'm like, okay, we can take you home. I'm like, all right, bro. As I'm going in the room to go take bro home, I'm hearing this noise outside, bro. Jim like, what's that noise? I'm like, I don't know, probably somebody, one of them little young kids or something doing some crazy shit. I don't know. I'm let me get my coat and take bro and them home. I come out the room, the phone ring. It's Jen mama. I got my back turned towards everybody, but Jen looking at my face like something don't look right. She like, Ron, don't go outside. I'm like, what's wrong, man? She like, they breaking in your truck right now, and I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what you mean, man? She like, yeah. She like, the maintenance man seeing everything. I'm like, for real? I'm like, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing, though. I put Jen in the room, tell her what happened. I come out the room, Smirk already outside. The maintenance man that came to me like, man, I saw everything. I'm like, what's up, man? What happened? He was like, man, the lady down the hall, friend was leaving out the apartment, going home. She seen some people standing outside, and they ran her back in the building. They called me, and I looked outside, seen some people breaking in your truck. He said, then they went to the next parking lot. I don't know if they was waiting for you to come out or whatever. I'm like, for real, bro? So now we had to move out them apartments, move on the west side, man, over there on Myers, man, right over there by the soul food place. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew how they was before they blew up. You know what I'm saying? We was already staying over there. So we moved over there, man, in the apartment that wasn't even finished yet because it was an emergency. So now, look, me and Jen moved in there. The apartment was all messed up, dirty. Look, the bathroom, look, somebody had just moved out, but they never cleaned it. You know how nasty that was? Mm-hmm. We felt so uncomfortable. We just laid on our couches for the experience. It's like, man, we just felt safe, though, you know? So like, eventually we got to get out of here. So we moved from out of there and moved to Royal Oak, man. We moved to Royal Oak. We moved to Royal Oak. I say, Jen, you know that little job right up the street up there? I guess I can probably, if I can, you know, get in there, that'll be straight. It's right near where we stay at. Jen put the paperwork in through Human Resources. When they called me for the phone interview, she was like, well, sir, you ever been arrested? I'm like, well, you know, they had caught me with this gun and stuff back in the day when I was young. She was like, well, we'll check it out and we'll get back with you. I'm like, all right. We just impressed with you from the phone interview. I'm like, okay. They called me back, bro, and was like, we did a security clearance on you with everything checked out clean. I mean, I'm like, okay. They was like, well, can you come in for, you know, a physical interview? I'm like, cool. I go in for the interview. They give me the job at Flexigate. I started up there. Now, my first year up there, Jen had worked at the law firm. Now, we had saved up probably about 30-something thousand, man. And I was like, well, Jen, you know, we straight now. But we stayed at in Royal Oak, everything changed. It was starting to be real bad out there. It was starting to be infested with mice and stuff like that. We felt uncomfortable out there. So I was like, them apartments over there that we always pass by, the mall, let's go out there. Let's move out there. So the first year we had 30-something thousand. Now mind you, now the first year we came out here, filled out the application. She was like, well, we need bank statements. Yeah, bro. Yeah, like the first week we moved in these apartments, we got a phone call, right? It was the neighbor across the street that stayed across the street from Jen Mama. She was like, Tyrone, y'all talk to Deborah? I'm like, nah. I say, nah. I'm like, Jen, I don't think she talked to her. I talked to her a few weeks ago, and she was talking about when y'all move in there, I'll help y'all paint and do a lot of stuff y'all wanted to do, right? I'm like, okay. She was like, okay. She was like, well, that ain't like her for me to not be seeing her, right? I want somebody to check on her. So we had the people from the complex go in her apartment. They went in her apartment, bro. Deborah was unresponsive, right? They kind of got her to where she can respond a little bit. So then they took her to the hospital. Now, when they took her to the hospital, I'm at work now. Jen called me at work like, well, something not right. I'm like, what you mean? And it was like everybody was okay with them, like, you know, the hospital said there was nothing else they could do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I guess everybody was okay with them pulling the plug. You know what I'm saying? So Jen was like, it's left to me. I'm the last person. I'm like, well, Jen, you do what's best for you, and then you get back with me. If you need me to leave work, I'll do that. Jen called me back. Bro was like, I did it. I'm like, what you do? She's like, I did it because they said there was nothing else they could do. Now, the first week we moved in, Deborah passed. Jen left the law firm. Now, that's when stuff started happening, man. Like, Jen had left. She was off for about a year. And I'm like, well, Jen, I'm like, I didn't know she was okay to go back to work, but I knew we had a dream, man. Like, she was writing a movie script called Mother. I was working on my sports book. She finished the movie script. I edited the script and everything, even like while she was off. So I'm like, I felt Jen was probably okay to go back to work. She finished the script, you know, hell of a script. I don't really want to tell the script. I mean, probably for her purposes, for the legality reasons, I don't want to put the information out. But it was dope. It was about a guy, he played football. His mother, you know what I'm saying, raised him hard. And he didn't really know her ways. So kind of like she was clever enough to tell the story through her mother's diary. After something tragic happened to her, her best friend gave her son the diary, and she told the story through the diary about his mother. It was a hell of a script, but I ain't gonna get into it. It's a dope script, man, called Mother. Now, Jen was on and off with jobs, bro, and we couldn't really get back on path to what we was trying to do, save up and trying to invest, do a lot of stuff. Maybe I was kind of hard on her, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, with all this saving stuff and this dream and all this stuff we was trying to do. But I knew we was from the hood, and I knew that was our shot because we had got to a point to where we were saving money to where we could start investing now. Jen wanted to move out of town. She was like, well, let's just move out of town. She was looking at places. I'm like, well, them places dope in Vegas and whatever you were looking at and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, why move to them places when we got the type of money to invest now? Jen, I knew this then, that's when Jen started thinking like, that ain't what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, I mean, you know, we did everything in Vegas and all that. Y'all know our story and all that, but everything was dope with us and everything, man. And we was straight in our life, man. But so long, man, you know what I'm saying? Jen, stuff was happening. We was doing a lot of stuff, like even we was filing taxes and stuff like that, man, just trying to make ends meet and stuff. But some stuff happened when she was filing her taxes to where the lady that was filing our taxes got investigated, her whole little company, and then they start auditing her, and then the returns that she did. Jen was one of the returns that they audited, and then now they put a tax lien on her to where she felt comfortable with our money being in the bank. She was like, let's pull the money out and just, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel comfortable because with the tax lien, it might freeze up the assets. I was like, bet, Jen. We got the money. I'm telling Jen, I'm like, whenever you get down, look what we did. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jen in and out of jobs, you know what I'm saying? But she thinking I'm tripping on her, you know, so I'm hard on her, but I'm just like, I know we had a plan and a dream, you know? After so long, man, you know what I'm saying? It was one day I was at work, bro. Damn.
You want to take a minute right quick?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn. You might have waited.
You ready now, Mero?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we back, man. Yeah, so yeah, it was just one day at work, man. It was weird, man. Matter of fact, the day before this particular day at work, it was a Wednesday, man. I'll never forget it. Matter of fact, I could tell you the date. This going on in February. It'll be going on. I think it's going on like 4 years. So this was like, it was February. It was February, I think it was 17th, man. This was right after Valentine's Day. I remember we went out to the buffet, Golden Corral, man.
Yeah.
That weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? We went out, got the buffet food and all that. I thought everything was smooth. We had a nice time. We was at the mall and all that out there, by the Golden Corral and all that out there, the mall out there.
Yeah.
So this Wednesday, Jen had got off work. She said the computers and stuff had shut down. She got up at about 12. I was like, well, I'm on my way to work. I'm like, well, you know, I got this food on. I can put something on for you on your way. Mm-hmm. She was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Just put me on a little of that omelet or whatever. That's straight. I'm like, okay, this is the Wednesday, right? The next day, bro, the 18th, I'll never forget it, February 18th, man. I got to remember it till I leave here, right? It was the worst day of my life, February 18th, man. Thursday, she said, they did the same thing today. I'm like, they did? I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, with Jen, the same thing. You know how I do it. If you want something, she's like, well, same thing. You know, you can leave this stuff in the microwave. I'm like, well, if you're going to be here, you know, I'll just have it. Matter of fact, I just already have it done, and when you get here, you can just eat it. She came on in that Thursday, same thing, same time, right? I'm on my way to work. I thought this day was different, though, look, because on my way, Jen was just in the kitchen. I'm like, Jen, come on, Jen, you know I'm about to leave out here, you know what I'm saying? Now, bro, look, and just what happened, look. I'm about to leave out. Jen was in the kitchen, right? I'm about to leave out this door right here. Look, I'm about to leave out this door right here, look. I'm like, Jen, come on, I'm about ready to go. She like, all right, she came around the corner. Now knowing what I know now, I ain't think about it then. This probably what she was doing. She probably was like touching her cross and all that, like this the last time I'm gonna see him. Look, she probably tripping right now. Right now, she see this. She probably like, how you know me? This is the last time I'm seeing. She probably was praying and all that. Like, what I'm about to do, I believe in it. God just trust me on it. I'm about to leave him and all this. I'm not knowing that, right? So she come on around the corner. I'm at the door. I'm about to leave out. She hugged me, but look, this particular day, Jen real funny about with her night clothes on. She don't want nobody seeing her and her stuff like that. This day she was comfortable. So she in her night clothes. I'm like, Jen, I'm about to leave out. I open this door right here, bro. In the hallway, I'm thinking like she was gonna be funny with people seeing her like that. So I'm just trying to like, all right, Jen, all right. She opened the door wide, like, I'm like, I ain't really like Jen. I'm like, she feeling good. She got her work. I'm like, okay, Jen. I'm like, you good? Okay. Now, look, this same particular day, I had just went to the mall and bought some little work pants. And I was asking Jen on my way out the door. I'm like, these work pants look straight. She like, they fit you. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we look young. I'm like, young looking. You know what I'm saying? She's like, you look young. That's how she said, like, you look young. I'm like, we young. You know, you preserved ourselves. And I'm like, all right, Jen, I'm just doing one thinking now, right? So I leave out like this. She came out the door, bro, and stood at the top of the stairs like this. She stood at the top of the stairs. Look, you can't see me out here, but she stood at the top of the stairs like this. Look. I'm looking at the top of the stairs like, I'm thinking, Jen must be happy she at work. I'm like, I still ain't thinking I going to go to work, right? This is what she must have did. Turn evil. Let me go on in my move and go on and get out of here and hurry up and get out of here while he at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work now, right? I'm at work just working my regular day. I'm 1,000 there, man. I done worked hard. We done saved all this money up. Went to work in my regular life. At the end of the night, I called Jen. I said, I'm on my way home, Jen. I said, yeah. I said, that wine in there. I said, you can go and drink that. I'll stop and get some more on my way home. I said, but go on, you can go and knock that off. I'll be there in a minute. She said, all right, I'll be waiting on you. I come on in the house, man. It's just what happened. I came here that night. I come in the door, bro. I ain't think nothing. I didn't even look outside for the Mustang, for her car. You know what I'm saying? I just pulled on in the carport and came on in the house, man. Bro, man, I hate telling the story, man. It's damn. Okay, look, when I came in, it was like this, look. I came in, I looked. And when I first looked, I thought the etagere was empty. I'm like, maybe she redecorating. I looked like this at the desk. The books was gone. Boy, I looked back here at the closet, her coats and stuff was gone. Right, I'm like, the coat's gone out the closet? I'm like, boy, I go look in the safe, bro. The money was gone. I called my mama phone. Greg answered the phone. I was like, Greg, man, she did it again. She had did it about a year before, but she ran off with about 20,000 but came back. Right? She had left her job again. Like, I thought you were going to be mad at me. I called her job. The boss was like, she put in her 2 weeks ago. I'm like, Jen, where was you at every day? He said you put in your 2 weeks ago. She like, I was at the mall. I didn't want you to get mad. I'm like, 2 weeks? You was talking to me regular like you was on your breaks and everything, like you was at work? This is the first time. I looked past that. Mama was like, don't put your money in the bank with her no more. When we went through the lawsuit and all that, all them checks and all that, I'm like, I had them in here. Checks. She was like, go on and get the direct deposit and put the money in there, baby. Everything smooth. I put the money on in the account and went on back saving like we was doing. That year later, man, when I came here and I seen everything was gone and the money and all that, I called Greg. Well, man, my stomach just instantly, I got in knots and all that. I'm like, man, I say, man, Jen did that. I get the text on my phone, bro. I got my phone in my pocket, bro. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to read the last text Jen sent me, man. Because it hurt me to read it. Shit, I can't read this shit. I want you to read the last text, man, to the world, man, so people can know I ain't bullshitting, man. It's a last text, man. I'm going to read that shit. But you read it, man, out loud, man. I'm going to give it to you. Read the last text at the bottom, man. Just read it out what the words say.
I love you. Won't be home when you get there. I'm so sorry. I love you. I really love you. Just can't do it anymore. I love you forever.
What time was it on the text?
Damn, it was 11:27.
I get off work at 11. See the last text?
So how long did it take you to get from your job to here?
My work right up the street. It only take me like 15 minutes.
So she was been gone.
She had already been gone.
Wow.
Or I had never saw her again in life, you know what I'm saying? So look, now mind you, we was from the hood together. 16 years, you know what I'm saying? We was together and all that, went on this journey and all that to change our life. Just out the blue. Now look, I know what they thinking. What happened? Bro, listen, man, I ain't the type to be calling my wife out her name, calling no bitches or nothing like that. I ain't put my hands on her. Jen, no, man, if y'all watching this, Jen, you can tell him, like, he ain't do that. He ain't put his hands on me. I went out here cheating. Bro, you asked me. Sam Black asked me one day, like, you ever cheated on Jen? Girls be out hollering at me and everything. I'm like, I ain't taking their advances because I'm like, I love my mama so much. I ain't like seeing nobody doing my mama wrong. I ain't about to do no woman wrong. You know what I'm saying?
And then for you, the first time to ever get this quiet cool, smiling ass female that like portrayed to the world that she was sweet and everything. That like had really got you. Like I finally found my missing piece in my life.
Yeah.
So for that to happen to you,
yeah.
I don't know, cause I never been through it, but I only can imagine though. You feel me?
But bro, look, I'm like, but that's like, man, like it's almost was like a death. You know what I'm saying? I never saw her again, so I'm like, man. So look, so now then look how my life flipped after that. And she did that. One day I come in here, right? You know I be gambling on the games and all that, right? I'm on the computer about to get on my website to start betting. Mama came over. It was a Sunday, right before the game started. Mama came over because Mama was trying to help me through that. I was in so much pain. They was always coming back, cleaning up for me, doing a lot of stuff, cooking for me. Mama came through with one of her friends. I was so embarrassed, man, because look, right before I got on my website, a list of emails came up. I'm like, list of emails? I'm like, one of these got to be these Jen emails. I couldn't get on a lot of them because I ain't had the password. But the one she always got on, I went right to it because she probably didn't like it because she was so used to getting on it. See how comfortable she was? I went right to it. Guess what it said? It said amateur.com. I'm like, amateur? That sounds like some porn stuff. Mama came in, I swear to God, bro, on the Bible. When Mama came in, I'm looking at the screen that was my first time fresh punching in because I was about to put my best. I'm like, Mom, wait a minute, look at this. She's like, what'd that say? I'm like, I don't know. We started reading the emails, bro. Jim was on there talking about, yeah, I'm about to leave him and I need a little more money to make the transition smoother. She was telling these porn people about being in love scenes with him and everything. They was telling her, like, you would be dope on screen. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I just ain't got the courage to really be on screen, probably for people to be seeing and all that. But they was like, well, we glad to know your fantasy to be with a couple of men and orgies and all this. The gym, we ain't know, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like, my wife? I'm like, she talking about doing orgies and all this type of stuff. I'm like, I didn't know she was freaky. Like, I'd have probably tried to be a little freakier with her, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm freaky, though, to be real, bro. I can be flat, though. But I'm like, I'm thinking this is the nice girl from the hood. I ain't gonna show that side. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking she nice. I'm cool. This is a nice girl for me. All this freak stuff that she was into, I didn't even know that was going on when I was at work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I started reading the texts and the emails. It was at the time she was at work when she got her work. Like, at one point, Jen was running around the complex trying to, I guess, get her prepared to move to Texas, get her in shape and her body and all that. But I didn't know it was premeditated. So when she was running, one day she broke her ankle. I read one of the emails, she telling the porn people, like, I messed up my ankle. They tell me, well, you need a spanking for that. And I'm thinking, when I came here, I'm helping her out, like, Jen, your ankle messed up and all that. Now, thank you, bro, all this is going on. I ain't knowing she reaching out to these porn people. Look, she telling them about stuff she did with me. I dressed up for him and all this type of stuff. And I turned him on and he went crazy and all this type of stuff. I'm reading, bro, like, man, for real, man. E Major came over here one day and was reading emails and he was reading them to me. I'm like, E, man, I don't want to hear to see that shit no more, man. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? She telling them, they talking, look, professional shit like, I can do shit that unlock your key and all this little porn talk. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, she was into this type of shit, though, right? So when I seen the emails and Mama and them saying that her friend was with her, I'm embarrassed in the motherfucker. I'm hurt now because now that shit playing in my head. Not just that, bro. Guess what else we saw? Mama and them here, right? As Jen was sending the emails, bro, look. And this really, man, this the real, the truth, y'all. I got to give it to y'all. Jen, if your family and them watching this shit, man, hey, y'all, I only can tell the truth, man. Bro, clips and shit started coming up, porn clips. Mama looking at him like, oh, I fuck him too. Now, my mama, I'm telling you real shit. Like, my mama like, oh, he ain't there fucking them girls though. He's sending the videos back to Jen, showing her how he fucking the girls, right? He like, I'm glad to know you into all this porn stuff that we doing and all that, but I just wish you feel comfortable enough to be on camera. And these love scenes, she wasn't ever willing to do that. So he's like, since you got that fantasy, would you be willing to do that with a few men? And she's saying shit like, I'll probably be scared and all this type of shit. This type of shit I got to play back in my head after my wife had left with the bread. She gone. I got to see this shit. So now, mind you, what my mind went on. So after this, the lady see me on my way to work. She say, excuse me, baby, you got a minute? I was like, yeah. Something was odd. She say, your wife ain't in there. I was like, nah. How you know that? She was like, I saw everything when we was at work. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, when you went to work, some guy was out here with her. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, the guy, he was uncomfortable because he kept looking back thinking you might pull up. I'm like, what you mean? She was like, when Jen came out one time, I thought y'all was moving out, so I wanted to come over there and be like, why y'all ain't come tell me y'all was moving? Y'all know how cool we been? it wasn't you though. It was another dude out here. And then Jen was coming out. I thought it was odd. She said the dude was like, you ready yet? Say Jen was like, give me about 20 more minutes. Say the dude was like, you said that 20 minutes ago. She said, sure enough, about 20 minutes later, Jen came out with the rest of the bags. She got in the car with the dude and was waving by and everything like everything was regular and all that. They left. She said, now you at work and all that, you came home. You know what I'm saying? You ain't knowing none of this to happen. But I've been meaning to run into you and tell you what I had saw. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. Bro, she sent me a voice message saying, I sent it because I kept sending these emails. At least all I had was her email to get in contact with her. She was saying, I got all your emails and all that, but you saying something like I left with some dude. I don't even know how to talk to guys and all that. I don't even been with you and all that. How innocent she tried to play, right? But remember the emails? Bitch, you weren't that innocent because remember how you was talking on there? Then remember she said you leave with the dude. She tried to play it to me like she was innocent, but that's the role she always had played, bro. Now look, bro, after that, now my mind is snapped. Now I'm depressed, bro. Everything gone. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, we had to take a break, man. Yeah, I'm back, man. About what happened, man. Yeah, they was like, this boy done went crazy at the job, right? Let me tell you what happened, though, bro. Now, look. Now, when, okay, now, man, I was on my mind, bro, right? It's like I had nobody to talk to certain times, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had got so bad, I got tired of just keep calling family, you know what I'm saying, bugging them about it. Like, I'm calling my mama, like, every day, bro, like, Mom, look, it's bothering me, She like, Ron, it still bothering you? I'm like, yeah, Mom, it's still bothering me, baby. It was killing me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, all I did was, I stopped. I wasn't listening to no more music. Bro, I was barely really eating, bro. Like, my jerseys and stuff I used to wear to work, because I wear jerseys every day to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, my jerseys, I was so thin when I used to look in the mirror. I didn't even want to look in the mirror no more, man. I lost so much weight, man. I was stressing so bad, you know what I mean? So, I had reached out, man. I had called down to TD Jake's church, bro. I swear to God, man. I got in touch with this pastor called Pastor Haley, right? Pastor Haley was like my mentor. He was talking to me every day, man. He was just like, listen here, man. I just want you to come out of this, man. And one day, man, you're going to be all right, man. You know, God with you and all this. And he was just mentoring me and everything, right, bro? So, this one particular day, I couldn't get in touch with the pastor. So, when I called down to the church, they was like, they must have been like, well, this guy seems like something's really bothering him. Bro, they gave me a crisis line number. I didn't know about it, right? So I was like, okay, when the pastor's not there, call his number. See how they didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, really nothing about me. You know what I'm saying? They gave me that number. Didn't know what was going to happen to me, though, you know what I'm saying? I called the number, bro. I swear to God on my life, man. You know I don't be doing that with God. So I'm talking to the people, look, these are the people from the crisis line. Look, I was that gone after all this happened to me, right? They like, okay, sir, they just asked me all these questions. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, remind me, I'm about to go to work and all that. I was just trying to call my pastor, but he wasn't there. They gave me this number to call, and I called it. They was like, well, sir, okay, well, do you mind if somebody come out and talk to you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if they can make it before I go to work. Look, bro, I was gone. Look, I'm like, they can make it before I go to work, right? So they like, yeah, they'll make it before you get to work. I'm like, well, you know, all right, okay, that's cool. I was just on my mind, bro, just gone, you know. Bro, a little before it was time for me to go to work, I get a knock at the door, right? I'm like, look, you know me, I got to act that thing. It's like, I'm like this. I'm like, this probably them people that they were sending to talk to me and shit, right? I'm like, who is it? They're like, open up, sir. I'm like, open up, who is it? They're like, the police. I'm like, police? Look, bro, I'm like, the police? I'm like, police, I ain't did shit. What? You know what I'm saying? I open the door up, they come on in, the police come on in, bro. They like, there's a few officers that came in now, bro. I'm like, what's up, officer? They was like, sir, were you just on the phone? I'm like, yeah, I'm on the phone now. Matter of fact, I was still on the phone with the people, bro, when they came. They was like, is the people there? I'm like, yeah, they here. It's the police, though. They was like, okay, bye, sir. Like, they had led me to the police. The police was like, you know you was on the phone with them? I'm like, no, sir. No, officer, no, I don't. They was like, that was a crisis line. I'm like, oh, what is it, officer? I'm like, I'm on my way to work. I'm like, officer, I didn't know who I was calling. They was like, well, just the fact that you ain't know he was calling, that's not our protocol. Like when we get calls like that, we got to act on it. I'm like, act on it? What you mean, Arson? It's like, really, you got to come with us? I'm like, Arson, I can't come with you. I got to go to work. They was like, no, you need to come with us. I was like, Arson, hold on, man. At the time, I was smoking a cigarette, bro. When they came in, they was like, well, by the time you finish that cigarette, either you gonna come with us or we gonna have to use force. I'm like, well, I'm like, for real, man? I got to go to work, man. Come on, man. This can't be real. They was like, I finished the cigarette, bro. Look, I didn't come with them, right? They used force. Look, they grabbed me up, bro. I got the do-rag on. Look, I got my pajamas and shit on. Look, they grabbed me, took me up out this apartment. Look, the police look, people in the apartment probably like, oh, he a criminal. What happened? The police carried me out of here. Look, bro, took me out to the ambulance outside. Look, bro, they done took me to Beaumont Hospital, right? I get to Beaumont Hospital, they like, well, excuse me, sir, we need you to talk to some people, but they're not here right now. So you mind if we transfer you somewhere? I'm like, yeah, bro, like I say, man. So I'm like, okay. They like, the people you got to go talk to, you got to go to this other little hospital. I mean, I ain't know it was a hospital, like this other place, right? I'm like, okay. Bro, they transfer me to this hospital, but when I get there, I'm not knowing, like, these people kind of crazy a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, man, they just send me some shit like this. I'm like, come to find out, before I tell you what happened, Smirk even looked the information up. He was like, bro, when I talked to him one time when I was at the hospital on the phones, he was like, bro, you know they be hustling insurance and shit like that, man. Like, be having people forcing them to go up to the hospital to get money off their insurance and shit like that. I'm like, oh, for real, bro? That's probably how they played me. Because I'm like, it's weird how they just forced my hand and just made me do everything I ain't want to. I'm like, that was weird, bro. So now look, when I get there, bro, these people kind of crazy. I mean, I ain't saying they kind of crazy, but something like one dude, he had a little nice little mark in his neck, was slick like he was trying to commit suicide, and there was a lot of stuff going on. So this is what I did, bro. Swear to God. Everybody was there for different reasons, right? So I was like, look, y'all, let's all get together, man. Y'all, I don't know if y'all play spades. You know what I'm saying? They like, some people can play spades, some of the people that was in the group. So we started playing spades, right? The people that could play, you know, me and I get down. We was playing spades or whatever. I was playing so good, like people was even telling certain people that they wanted to play with, like, sit near him, man. Soak up everything that he do, learn what he doing, man. My man ought to play this game. I'm like, they don't know how we get down with spades, you know what I'm saying? But I use spades as a way to unite everybody, but not just that. The guards seen everybody united. Now they thinking like, what these boys, they always hooking up to go play these spades every day. Now, we had a competition to where the best two, it was like me and this other dude, had to play the guards. But the prize was a box of chips for all the people that was in there, you know what I'm saying? We beat the guards for the chips, look. So they was hyped like, dang, bro, we all beat them and all that, you know what I'm saying? They was like, we got some other guards that get down and all that, so we beat this first set of guards for the chips. The next set of guards, my man, the one dude, and shout out to you, bro. I always be saying this, we play cards. Bro can play, man. He play like us. They brought him with them this time, bro. Like, oh, I see who my man is. The dude that was with me, how he usually play, didn't play like that this time, bro. I'm like, oh, bro, like I usually be, you know how we be on people's heads about the cards. I'm like, bro, come on. I'm like, it's like he freezing up with them because my man could play, though. They end up beating us, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got all the way down to them. I'm like, bro told me after the whole thing was over, he was like, man, your partner let you down. He's like, but you, I like you. My man can play too. I like him, though. But, yeah, man, but I was at this little crazy little place, so you had to do so much stuff. Like, they could keep you a certain amount of days, I guess, to get so much money from your insurance, right? So I'm like, after the certain limit, like 3 days or whatever, I'm like, well, my 3-day limit up or whatever, man. I don't really supposed to be here. I'm telling the doctors and all, like, man, it was a mistake, y'all. They got me on a mistake, man. I don't supposed to be here. I'm telling them kind of what happened. I was depressed. I was calling the number. I didn't know I called. They was like, well, we hear your story. We seem to think that you're truthful. We're going to get it to, I guess, the people that they're supposed to give it to help hopefully try to release me, you know, sooner, right? They gave it to the people. They eventually released me, bro. Now, they released me. Now, this information that got back to the job. See? So now I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, when I go back there, they're going to be thinking like, oh, You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, lost it like that. He didn't come to work and all that. Went to some little crazy hospital. Like, they don't know the story.
So you wasn't able to call?
No, they wouldn't let me do it, bro. They forced me. They was like, duh. As soon as I finished the cigarette, they was like, come with us or we gonna use force. They use force. And just forced me up out of here. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, they forced handcuffs and everything, bro, like I was a criminal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that shit had me mad as hell, like, even telling you about it. Nah. But I'm like, so when the shit got back to the job, bro, now, you know, human resources, all the paperwork and all that got to go back through them. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I, like, through the streets, when it get leaked out, sometimes we got leaked to the floor now, bro. The dude I'm working with, look, some new dude, I get back. He like, little dude that be drunk all the time, right? So, like, it's like in my job, man, like, in the area I work in, man, I'm like the leader in my area, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've been there for some years, you know what I'm saying? They trust me, you know what I'm saying? I really built that area up, you know what I'm saying? They know that, man. I ain't lying about it. I'm on the visuals, you know what I'm saying? We from the truth. We gonna tell that. So, it's like, and I'm telling y'all this, man, in case if y'all at the job, y'all see this, and it's real, man. I don't ever really be talking about shit like this. But it's like everybody they put that work with me, I don't know if in their head they feel like they got to compete with me. I'm not thinking management having them like, hey, you got to keep up with senior. But these guys get over to be wanting to compete with me, work through their breaks and all type of shit. So he was doing that. I goes to him, bro. I say, hey, my man. I said, these people don't care about you working through your breaks and that type of shit. I said, but what we got to do, me and you got to work together. I don't know you, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've been in this area for a while. I just want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? I said, but all that working through your break and all that, man, like, as soon as you make a mistake here, they going to walk you out. You're on probation. I'm telling you how I go in here. Bro, he get mad. He like, man, going back over to your side. I'm like, oh. I said, well, hey, well, look, bro, I don't know you then, my man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, he got that serious? I go to my side, you know, I'm pissed too. You know, I'm a silverback gorilla. Look, I'm mad as hell. But I ain't showing that. I'm like, well, damn, you know, I don't know, bro. I got to respect that. I'll go back to my side. Nah. He done went and told somebody, bro. I'm like, what really happened? I just came telling him. That was real shit I was telling him. He done went and told people, like, to keep him on that side away from me. So the supervisor's going to be like, hey, my man, I want you near him. Like, you stay on this side. I'm like, he made that big deal out of the whole thing. Now, look, bro, he kept doing little shit. Like, he'd come, like, in the machine, look, try to speed up, throw his parts in there before me. I'm like, damn, why he doing petty shit? But I can't go to his side, remember? Look, bro, he on his side saying little shit under his breath and shit like that. I'm looking at him like, bro, for real, man? I say something to him like, man, dude, I got mad. I'm like, man, bro, you on some bullshit. He went to the supervisors, bro. Like, he had it again. Remember, he crazy. But look, bro. They like saying, we don't know what's going on with you. We know you have been in that. Look, they trying to bring it up too. Like, you snappy. And I'm like, no, man, he keep doing little shit over there, man. Like, he trying to provoke me to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all know me. They're like, no, not the new you.
Oh, wow.
Like, they switched on me, bro, not the new you. I'm like, damn. Now they taking this new employee on probation word over me.
What was supposed to have been the new you, though?
Remember the crazy me. Remember, like, Pac and Juice when he was like, they was like, you crazy, Pac. Like, you know what, you right. You know what I'm saying? I am crazy. But, bro, they was on some, like, he crazy type shit. I'm still me. I was just depressed. But how the lingo got through the plant was like, this man crazy. They used it against me. So, look. Now, guess what they said now? We taking statements from people. I'm like, wait a minute, man. Ain't nothing really happened, y'all. They was like, no, we just write your statements here. Like, I'm gonna write my statement down. I'm like, my man, I ain't go to the side and nothing like that. I was just, they was like, no, but we told you no more, like, encounters with him. We gave you a warning, and it was kind of almost like written and verbal, too. I'm like, yeah, okay. I write my statement, bro, look. Right after I write my statement, they say, now we suspended you. I'm like, y'all suspended me? I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't even do shit. They're like, we gonna just investigate everything, saying you just go home, let us look into it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, human resources, them called me in the crib. They said, we got everybody's statements. We're terminating you. I'm like, man, I've been all these, I'm like, for real, bro, like, straight up. I called the union president. I know him, you know what I'm saying? Just know him personally, like, you know what I'm saying? But I called B. I'm like, B. And he was like, yeah, I was on vacation, man. They did that while I was on vacation, bro. They be looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? I was gone. I'm like, see, they tried to do it while he was gone, but they were trying to get me out there. Somebody crazy and all. I'm like, let me look into everything. I got you, bro. Bro looked into everything. He was like, see, I got the statements and all that. Matter of fact, he came over here. Unc and all of them could tell you, he came over here, looked with everybody's statements in the folder. I'm reading their statements, bro. I'm like, damn, they sold me out like that? Bro, I ain't even did shit. Like, I threatened this man? He said, but I say, but Chris Malaj, man, he the man that write the checks, right? The main boss. I went to him with the idea. I'm gonna tell you all about it later about the eyewear line, and I knew I had a feeling that they was gonna try something with me, bro, before they did it. So I went to Chris even before that, and I was like, Chris, look. He like, who are you? I'm like, I'm senior when I first met him and everything. He's like, I'm Chris Malaj. I'm like, nice to meet you, Chris. I'm like, Chris, you know, a lot of stuff going on out there on the floor, man. I just wanted to come talk to you, just tell you my concerns, right? He was like, okay, sir, you kind of interesting. I'm listening. I ain't got too many minutes. Chris a busy man, right? I say I was telling him kind of what was going on, and I was just thinking like my job was threatened. He was like, nobody's doing anything to you, senior. And I told him about the eyewear line and all that, and I give it away to the company for free. He was like, Chris, that ain't how, he was like, senior, that ain't how we do business. I like your idea. I feel like you're interesting. I had somewhere to go. He's like, but I tell you what, I get the last say so around here. Nobody's doing nothing to you out there, senior. And then like, I love the idea that you got. And I tell you what we'll do. We'll sit down and talk about the money. I'm like, oh, okay, Chris. He was like, well, when you get the eyewear and all that, we'll sit down and it's all about the pricing and everything, senior. And we'll sit down and have a talk, but nobody's doing nothing to you around here. I get the last say so. I'm like, okay, Chris. So I went back to B, said, Chris told me he got the last say so. The last step went to Chris. Look, everybody, I went past everybody, bro, to get me out of there. I was gone. From me going to Chris that day, that saved my job, because Chris knew me. If you say Chris never knew me, I was done. God must have had me go to him and just, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like they kept doing little stuff to me, man. I was like in harassment mode, like off he crazy. The last step got to Chris. They called me to the job. He was like, I got you with a meeting with Chris. I'm like, great, Chris. I'm like, Chris, man. Matter of fact, I had got Chris' number because I kept going up there like, y'all give me Chris Malaj's number. Stephanie was with me at the time, man. She could tell you the story because Mike from Human Resources gave me Chris' number. He was like, see, I'm tired of you coming here asking for Chris. I don't want to have nothing else to do with that. That's between you and Chris. Now, you have his direct line. You call him. You shouldn't have to come here. No more for that. I'm like, all right, Mike, thanks. I was calling his direct line, bro, leaving messages like, Chris, they did it, man. See? Told you. But remember, you gave me your word, man. You say, nobody's doing nothing to you, senior. That's all I was leaving on his voice messages, right, bro? So the last meeting, when I came in, he was like, Mr. Flyware, where's the goggles? Yeah, bro. He like, we got the statements, but this is what we gonna do. We gonna have you on the last chance agreement, because when the threat is made, really the company it's cause for immediate termination. That's in the contract and everything, bro. And I'm like, B sitting next to me like, yeah, bro. So it's like, what they saying is this. Really, everybody is on the last chance agreement, because if you're on a last chance agreement for a particular threat, if anybody make a threat in here, they can be immediately terminated. You see what I'm saying, bro? So I'm like, I'm steadily want to talk and say shit. Chris like, hold on, senior, just be like, look, senior, we like everything's smooth. Just I'm like, all right. He said, but what I want you to do is continue to work on them goggles. I'm like, yeah, I will, Chris, man, I will. He was like, man, and go out there, man, and be the employee that you was. They say they never had a problem with your work. It's just the encounters with employees. I'm like, well, you know, I've been threatened. They was like, look, we got you on the last chance. Everything all right. You get to come back to work. We're going to give you a couple of weeks off, and then you'll come back and report back. I'm like, okay. I go back, bro. Before I get there, now, they said it's contingent on this, right? You have to go seek somebody, some professional counseling, somebody to talk to. I'm like, I'm looking at B to me like this, look, bro. I'm like, he like, really, we got your job back. Just do what they say. Like, I said, how you looking at me? I'm like, okay. I called this lady out on Big Beaver that do talk to people and stuff like that. OG went out there with me. We went to go meet the lady. She was a nice lady. I was just telling her, I'm like, yeah, they said that my job was, everything was contingent on me coming to talk to you. So, you know, she sat down and talked to me, and I told her what was going on, what happened with, you know, Jen and everything, and how depressed I got. You know, she was giving me good advice and stuff like that, and she was like, okay, well, you don't seem like a cool guy, and it really seemed like it's no issue, and I'm a professional. I'm like, this is what I'm trying to tell people, but I guess it was contingent on this, so we got to follow protocol and do what they wanted us to do for me to get my job back. She like, well, I'll send a report back, tell them everything okay, and you are able to go back to work like that. I'm like, okay. He sent the report back. Now, I'm taking the paperwork and stuff back to Human Resources one day, right? When I pulled in the parking lot, I seen one of the employees going to work. He said, hey, he was happy to see me. Like, hey, man, I work with him in my area, right? He was like, I'm like, what up, bro? He say, man, you know what they saying, right? I'm like, what they saying, bro? Man, they saying like you crazy. I'm like, they sound like I'm crazy? Bro, you work with me. You ain't say shit? He like, I'm telling him like, bro, cool, like I don't know what, but it's like going around the plant that you crazy. I'm like, oh, that's what they saying, bro. This shit is got out of hand, you know what I'm saying?
So, look, on some real shit, though, if they think you crazy, though, how would they know anything if you ain't showing no signs? Do you think they got it from up top?
From the paperwork.
That's the real, I know, but how, this is what I'm saying.
Because if it leak out, that's like the streets, bro.
Yeah, but it's how, like, if they professional and everything, right?
Okay, stop right there. See what you said? See what you said? The key word was if they professional.
Yeah.
Right there.
No employee
So they couldn't have been
know about your past.
That shit should have got leaked out then.
Yeah.
So they weren't professional then, bro.
It
right?
wasn't. Yeah, for sure.
So that really, this shit really on grounds damn near for a lawsuit. Mom and all them telling me this shit, but I'm like, nah, because remember, I got that line coming out. Me and my man agreed to what we gonna agree to, and then I want to bring the line in there. So I'm thinking more from a business set of lenses to be thinking about business rather than be trying to do something about a lawsuit. Because you do the lawsuit, that kills that business in there, right? Because now it's you against the company.
Yeah,
right, bro.
But you been a let's rewind back. You been a hustler and you used to sell drugs, right?
Right.
You can sell your line anywhere. You feel me?
You can, bro. But look, come on, bro. Let's be real with you, right? Right when that shit happened, man, my broker and my business partners dove on me. Look like, oh man, now I'm concerned about the line. I'm like, what you mean? I was kind of depending more on Chris on his word. In business, your word is everything. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. He say, if we already had something definite, and now it's in jeopardy, then that could mess everything up. See? Yeah. So, you see what I'm saying, bro? So, now you thinking to be trying to, oh, let me try to go do a lawsuit and all this. You go do that lawsuit, that kills the business, bro. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? So, I was thinking more from a business setup, thinking. And I was just thinking like, well, man, no, I ain't gonna be doing no lawsuit and all that. I said, they gave me my job back. I'm just gonna go on back. They talking about I'm crazy and all this type of, I'm gonna go on back, man, because you know why, bro? I kept thinking about everything I had been through in my life before I went back, right? Even like in the Army, man, like they said he smoked that weed and I had to be in front of all them colonels and all that. The pressure that took, 18, 19, I stood tall, you know what I'm saying, like a giraffe, you know? I was out there in them streets, man, like, my life is on the line every day, man, like, shit, any second, it could be you know what I'm saying?
But listen to this, dog. You think you joining the Army and everything got you ready for situations that you had to deal with your job?
Oh, I mean, not just at the job, just in life, period. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Army builds you, because just think, if you're trained to defend the country, you gotta have almost like a killer type mentality, you know what I'm saying? So small things can't really bother you, bro. The Army builds you up for that, you know what I'm saying? Like you go in as a boy, you gonna come out as a man, I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? So the Army gonna make you a man. So like for any circumstance that come in life, man, the Army gonna have you trained to fight through anything that present any problem that presents itself to you, bro, and that's how the military had you.
So, talk about,
But I gotta tell you when I went back too, bro.
Okay.
Before you ask me that, let me just tell you when I went back. Okay, like when I went back, everybody was acting funny with me, right? Like, almost like he crazy. Like some people that always speak to you weren't speaking to me, you know? So it was uncomfortable when I first went back. They didn't give me my same old job back. They made me earn my spot back to where I worked at, bro. Like, they had me in like the problem area and all that, so I'm embarrassed. All the employees like, they ain't got you back in your area. I'm like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? And over here, you gotta really, that's the way they put like the new employees to prove themselves through probation.
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can keep you. I'm like, I'm over here with them, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I gotta do it, you know? So remember, they like, this can mess everything up. So whatever they wanted me to do, I had to do it to get my respect back, you know what I'm saying? So after a while, from breaking me down over there in that little area, man, that's a rough area, you know? I went to the supervisor, and I was like, hey, bro, I said, look, man, y'all know me, man, from over there, man. That ain't me over there, man. People keep coming past me, teasing me and everything, like, saying, when you going back and all this? I'm like, bro, man, get me back in my area, man, so I can get back to doing what I do, man. And he was like, in due time. He kept me over there for about another week, bro. And eventually they got me back over there, right? I get back over there, bro. My man over there. And I got into it with. They're like, now you know, you got to stay away from him. I'm like, ah. Because I'm thinking in my head, bro, like if he over there, there's no way I can get back over there for what happened. But that's my area. That's the only area I worked in. So I'm like, I blew that. I won't be back over there because my man over there. But the area probably was lacking for that type of reduction, so they brought me back.
Sure.
But when I went back, you know, everything was smooth with my man at first. You know, we first started working back together. Long story short, another problem happened. He was the type of kind of work, you know what I'm saying? He used to be drinking. Like, you smell it on his breath, bro. That's why I'm like, when supervisors walk up on this man, bro, I'm like, they don't be smelling that shit on this man's breath? Like, if he come up to you and be like, yeah, such and such, well, let's do this and that, you know, if my machine go down or whatever problem that exists in that area, you can smell that shit on his breath. So, bro, long story short, here we go to the next problem. He was on this side of the machines, and he was looking my way, man. And I'm going to tell you what he was mad about, though. Let me tell you about this before I get to this. When I went back, man, my mind was still gone, man. I was still hurt. I was still crushed on what happened, you know. So I ain't had the energy I usually have, man. Supervisors and call me in the office like, you used to bounce off the wall with energy. I'm like, yeah, I ain't got it. You always tell my energy is never lost. I'm like, well, shit, I lost it. I was so weak, like at work, man. Like my energy was so down. Like where I work at, man. Like I work in this area. Like I work with truck rails. Them heavy truck rails that be on the side of the truck. We do it for the Cherokee and the Rango. So them long truck rails, you know, when I first got back, mind you, remember I wasn't eating right and all that, so I didn't really have the strength to really be doing that type of work that required that type of energy, you know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't have it, bro. He saw it. What I did like about him was his work ethic, though. Remember, just the guy working through the brakes and all that. So he was always working hard, though. I can't even lie on him with that. But it was just that he didn't know I was wounded, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how they say, time heals all wounds, you know? It depends on the type of wound. Like, you could be shot with a little BB gun or even one of the little smaller handguns, you know what I'm saying? Some small, one of them double deuces boys, you know what I'm saying? You get with a 4.5 or a chopper or something like that, them different wounds, right? So time, it's gonna take time, more time to heal up the wound that's deeper. My particular wound, damn near probably one of them chopper wounds, you feel me? It's almost like a death, man. Somebody bounce on you like that, man. Y'all built everything together. Leave for dead like that. You never talk to this person again, you know, that was devastating. he saw that in me, right, bro? And instead of him being a friend and be like, man, remember they said he was in the hospital, he crazy, right? Let me be a friend and just be there for him and be like, maybe he in pain. No, he was that shit against me. He holding the line up and all this type of shit, right? He cussing and shit, so remember, bro, I wasn't supposed to go to his side. No, now look. The dude, he put another dude that worked at the station next to him over there, and they both was looking at me, bro, like in a threatening way. And I'm looking like, why they keep looking over here like that? But the dude that he put over there, I know my man, he kind of cool. So I said, let me go talk to my man and be like, what's up with my man? So I ain't go to his side. I went over to the dude he was talking to, and I said, hey, bro, what's up with my man? Bro, he was already brainwashed when my man was telling him. He got in defense mode like, hey, man, go on back to your area, man. What you doing over here? Then they tell you don't come over here. I'm like, damn, bro, you just clocked out on me. I'm like, I'm ready to go at him, bro. But I'm like, remember, I'm on the last chance. I'm like, I go back to my side. Bro, why they called the supervisor over there and said I just came over there causing problems, man? Just like that, bro. How they did me. So the supervisor's like, we told you not to. Immediately, they walked me out again, bro. I was on the last chance agreement, man. I told B, I said, I ain't threatening, dude. I went and talked to my man. I was going to talk to him. He said that the dude put in his statement that I threatened both of them. Chris, get this. Nah. I don't know what B did, man. They brought me back again. Look, bro. Because they said that maybe he was depressed and all that. We're going to give him another chance and go past the last chance agreement and rewrite it, right? I go back. I'm on my area. A little time had passed. My supervisor, man, and it's my guy, like, you know, we been in them sports, like, his favorite team, the Patriots, you know, I'm the Chiefs, so, like, me and him always had that off in sports, like, Patriots, Chiefs, always, you know what I mean, cool, and he knew how hard of an employee, worker I was, you know, so I always had that respect with him. He knew a little bit about me in my life, and he met Jen and everything, you know what I'm saying, and knew a little more about me, you know what I mean. The general manager that was working there, that was cool, Jim Carey, man, he said he was retiring, he was leaving. I'm like, Jim was cool too, man. Jim just was the type of general manager. If you had a vacation request, you can go right in his office. Like I could. Like, Jim, man, I want to go up, get off this day. He look at his computer like, senior, it's free. Go ahead, hey, I'll sign it. He'll sign it right on the spot. The new GM that came in, man, after him, he knew what I was going through, bro. And he turned on me too, so he turned the supervisors and all that against me, right? The supervisor that was my dog, one particular day, man, I had these little football tickets I be passing out, man, and a guy was asking me how you feeling out, and I was just explaining it to him, a new guy. He seen me talking to the guy. He came over there, he say, hey, senior, man, that's what we do on company time. I say, B. I said, man, my man was just asking me a question. I answered his question, that was it. He said, man, on company time, we don't do that, all right? Make sure you just doing your work. I'm like, he just flipped on me. So I'm thinking he was cool, right, bro? So I followed him around the corner. I'm like, B, come on, man. We gonna keep doing that for real, man. Y'all gonna keep doing this type of shit to me, man. Hey, man, go back to your area. Look, he got serious, bro. He's like, go back to your area. I'm like, B, me? For real? I'm like, B, for real, man? Now I'm getting mad. I'm like, for real? I'm like, I ain't say shit. I just walked off, right? But right after that, why B said I walked up on him, man. They wore me out again, dog. This time everybody at the job like, he done. He got into it with Byron, and they walked him out the last couple of times. They laughing and everything. They feeling like he done, right? I was done, bro. I'm gonna tell you how I came back, man. Gotta tell you the truth, right? B said, I got something. I know what you got, B. I'm Mr. President from the union. He said, I got everybody's statements and everything. Now look, on his statement, he said this. He said, you walked up on him, but then he walked off and they said you supposed to meet up with them somewhere. I'm like, yeah, they told me to meet up in Brett's office. He said, what happened when you met up in there? That's when I went in there, Brett. They wouldn't let me talk. He started going off on me and then was like, well, see, that's why we're suspending you like that. He's like, well, nobody in the union in there? I'm like, nah. He said, I got the statements in the union. I'm saying that they told them that they handled it, that they didn't need them. And he's like, that's bullshit. I was out on vacation. That ain't how we do business. He said, so they already violated a union rule, right? So we can go fight that and get you back. I'm like, B, man, if you do that, man, because they already thinking I blew everything with the line and everything. B, I owe you everything, right? B said they ain't going for it. He said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to file charges on him. I'm going to go downtown to the federal building. He go down to the federal building to file charges. He had me go with him down there, so the guy interviewing me and everything. Now he got back to the company that we were serious. He went to the local and they filed charges. So now they want to negotiate because at the time they were trying to negotiate the contract. So they didn't want anything extra like charges and stuff brought upon the company when they were trying to negotiate a contract, right? They said, well, bring Senior back, man, if you willing to drop the charges. I met up with Mike from Human Resources. He said, Senior, we're going to bring you back. Will you drop the charges? I said, yeah, absolutely. They dropped the charges, brought me back again. Now everybody like, how you come back, man? You got a 40 clothes in your pocket? I'm like, no, man, I'm just, like B said, they violated a union law. Now I'm on pins and needles now because the new last chance agreement says this. No matter what happens in here, if he caught from somebody wrong, the union can't even defend him. Look, the union can't defend him, and he's done. Boy, I've been walking on eggshells since I've been there, but I'm like, I know I got the line coming and all that. But everybody kind of like turned on me, you know what I'm saying? Like when all that happened, each time I got walked out and all that, it was like I was a criminal when I came back, you know? I stood tall, man, like I told you, like giraffes do, you know? So, I came back, and I've been there, man, doing my thing there, man, and I kind of like got my reputation and everything back. You know what I'm saying? I've been working hard, man, and got everything back, been doing me. And everything been smooth for me, man, but it's been a long journey, man, but it was rough, bro, but I fought through it, though, you know?
So, you mentioned the flyware, right?
Yes, sir.
So, talk about what led you to inventing the flyware goggles.
Oh, man, listen. Now, we've been in these plants for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I go to work, like I told you, I wear jerseys to work, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you wear frames that's out of the regulation, like, say, frames that might be colored or something like that, you might be thinking, I'm going to get these, sneak these in there, wear these with my clothes or something like that. Now, everybody was loving them when I was coming in with them, but they wasn't fitting with the regulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'd stop me, saying, don't wear them here no more. I'm like, everybody, man, them is fresh right there, bro. Like some more, but they wasn't like for companies and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jen, at the time, I was telling Jen she could find anything on the computer. I was like, Jen, see if you can find me something fly, right? You know what I'm saying? I want something fly. I just buy them, I order them. Yeah, nothing. I said, I'm going to come up with my own then, you know? Kept that under the hat or whatever for a minute, you know? After all that happened and all that, with the relationship and all that with me and everything went south and all that, and I was done, really, left for dead. At work, man, it was this lady seen me in the lunchroom. She was like, I had tears in my eyes, bro. I was like, all this money I was saving, because what I did, bro, was this. When Jen bust up, the first 5 years that I was at the job, I saved all my checks up. Like, you know, like I did when we was young, like summer youth and all that. So I was saving all them checks up for years, you know what I'm saying? I went out partying, I went hanging. I even lost sense of fashion and everything, man. I was like, man, I'm off of this dream for the hood, and I was going to come to y'all and tell y'all I had something cooked up, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come to none of the reunions and nothing. Y'all ain't seen me for years, you know?
Sure.
We was cooking it up for years, you know? So, I'm like, when everything went south, you know what I'm saying, and all the money and all that was gone, I guess all I had left was my ideas, you know? She said, I'm gonna introduce you to somebody. I'm gonna see if it's okay to call him. I'll let you know tomorrow. I'm like, okay. Next day I seen her. She was like, he said it was cool to call him. I'm like, okay. I ain't know why I was calling, you know what I'm saying? It was the bishop, man. She said he all about helping people and stuff like that, right? I'm saying, cool. I called him, he said, yeah, hey brother, Tansy told me, that you was interested speak with me and meet me. I said, yeah. She said you was about helping people, right? He said, let's find a time we can meet. I said, okay, that's cool. I met up with him. And he do broker accounts on the stock market. He a broker, right? So he do contracts at like 25,000 and up. I know I ain't had no 25,000, bro. So when I met him, he said, well, Tiny, he told me I was close to about 20. I said, nah. I had 10 bands left, bro. It's a little 10. Jen had left back. You know what I'm saying? Some little money she left back. I had a 10 of it left. I held on to it. I would never touch it. I said, I'm going to do something with it. I said, man, I got 10,000, man. I went to school for business, right? So I know this is a verbal contract if I give it to you, but I probably should really have it on paper. I gave him the 10 bands, bro. Like, when I was counting the hundreds out to him and everything, I just remember, like, my heart was in my feet, you know? He said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, man. I do contracts at 25,000 up. I'm going to wait on you, man. You get the 20, I'm going to give you the other 5, and you going to have your broker's account. I say, bro, I'm saving all my checks up. I'm gambling, hitting games. And I even had Unc with me. Look, the NBA had started the playoffs, look, right before it was time to try to go get that contract, right? Even before that, I had sent stuff out on Facebook to the hood, like hopefully some people in the hood can help me get the rest of the money, and we can add money to it, and then maybe we can just do a hood contract to where we can take that money and start doing stuff in the hood with it off the broker's deal. They ain't know this though, right? They talking about, everybody in the hood said I was crazy. Like, bro, sending emails and stuff out, because look, I was calling people when nobody answering their phones. So I started sending it out on the book. That was my only way to communicate with people. So I went out there, bro. It was draft day. I went out there to go get the rest of the money. They like, well, we'll get back with you, Ron. Now everything that came back to me, like, Ron went crazy. He came out here bummy. I had my Chiefs gear on. It was draft day. I'm like, they said I was bummy. I came out here talking crazy. I probably owe people some money. See, everybody was thinking I was crazy, you know. So I was like, I'm going to get the rest of the money, man. Watch. He's like, nephew, I'll help you. The NBA playoffs started. Me and Unc started off with, I think, 100 apiece, bro. I was winning every night, man. See, I started getting back to being me, start my talents and all that, even with them games. We built the account up to a couple of thousand, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never had to send another dollar. He was like, nephew, you got these type of... Now, I see, not firsthand. I'm like, you see, you stay here with me. You see, now I told you I could do this. And we had built it up to a 2 or 3,000. We was about that much short for the contract, right, to get to the 20, right? I had built up, got to about 17 or something, right? Unc said, I'm going to give you my money, man, that you won for me. Take the check from the bookies, man, and give him the rest of the money for the account. So I told him, I said, I got a check coming, man, for the rest of the money. I got the 20. He's like, you got it? I'm like, yeah. Hustled up and got it. First Bishop was on my head like, well, that ain't business, man. You gave me your word on it. He's saying, like, if you got the check, I'm like, bro, it's going to take a while to go through my bank and all that. It's one of them international checks. You know what I'm saying? One of them gambling checks. After the check cleared, I gave him the rest of the bread, man. He brought me the paperwork, gave me the contract, the broker's account. He came through with his word. He said he's going to give me the 5. And I got the broker's account for $25,000. And, you know, I mean, language in it and all that. I ain't about to discuss all that, but I'm good, you know. I'm straight.
Okay.
But like I say, the same guy, when I met him with the broker's account, I just told him the idea that I have for the goggles. He said, I can turn that to cash for you. I said, if you can, I'll give you half the line. He said, I'm all into empowering people, man. I ain't with all that. He must have got with his people. He came back. He was like, you know what? I'm going to take you up that offer. I said, I give you half the line. He came back with all the LLC paperwork and all that, man. We got an LLC, I got the paperwork in and everything. And the goggles, they fly, they more modern. They real light on the face. You know what I'm saying? I got the prototype here, but for legal reasons, I won't present the prototype or really go into detail about what the line is about. I get in trouble for that with them. I know they probably like, I hope you don't say that. I'm not, y'all. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go into the line, but the line is called Fly Where It's Coming, and it's fly.
Okay.
City gonna love it.
All right. So talk about the plans for the Icy. What Icy?
Oh, this is what Icy is, bro. Look, okay. Now we want to start a non-profit called Icy. The letter stand for Inner City Youth. Now what it entails is this: we want to send the kids to college, man, and start a program, a non-profit up to where we can help the inner city kids in Detroit City, man, get to college and help with the vision for the city, moving the city forward and getting our city back. So Icy is real instrumental in the comeback of Detroit, and we just hope we can get this non-profit out there, man, and hopefully people can donate to it and we get these kids to college and off the streets.
So you also got a documentary called Been Through It All that will be hitting in a couple of months. Could you explain, not a lot, but give us a tease with that?
Well, the documentary, man, yeah, it's all built around Been Through It All, and that's my dog, Young Black. Promotions, man, the song Been Through It All. You got Boo on him on that JMK. For y'all that know him by JMK. Family that know him by Boo and Rello, man. You know,
what's
got these
his
guys
name?
on
one of the top rappers in Detroit.
Nisha Nashay and them on that too. Yeah, you're right on that. Yeah, but it's dope. It's a dope track. Payroll and them. It's dope, bro. So it's like, when I heard it, when I first heard bro do it, I thought about my life, man. And I know bro wouldn't have been through it all. I said, it's the perfect song for me. All the shit I've been through, I'm like, bro, don't even know he made the anthem for my life. So every time I see bro, I be on his head. Like, even when I seen him for Jeans in My Wet when we went out that night, I was like, bro, you got a CD on you? I want that Been Through It All. And as it started hitting me, I was like, you know what? I want the documentary to be named that. And it's after bro, so shout out to my baby, man. Young Black, man. And speaking of Young Black, he got that dollar store he just opened up. Black Business on 9 Mile and Hayes, man. He just opened it up. Y'all support these black businesses, man, because they need support so the money can be circulated in the community. So it's built all around, kind of been through it all, bro. So yeah, I done been through it all, and what the documentary entails is this. It's just me, man, like days in my life. Like, you've been with me, man, on this journey with me, man, doing this documentary with me. You know me, man, just know how authentic I am, the type of guy I am. So I just want the world to see my authenticity and how real I am, and just what I've been through in my life, man. And y'all can get CNN and them to fact proof this. Because if this ain't no G shit I done been through and how it built me to be a G, it ain't no G's out here, bro. And that's only G's know that. You know what I'm saying? So look, bro, what I got in the documentary, and it's all off the week visuals, we doing this, man. First I said this, bro, I was telling everybody, I was like, I want Oprah to do my first exclusive. I said, nah, man, bro done graduated on what he doing, man. I love what you doing. So y'all subscribe to the Week Visuals channel, man. Please subscribe to it. It's dope. I want Week to do it. So the documentary in this week, first documentary, man, Hollywood, I want y'all to know, man, we just out here trying something, man, because I'm going to tell y'all why, man. I'm going to tell you what it's like before I tell y'all about the documentary. I'm going to take y'all back to the movie Blood Diamond, man. Remember how they was trying to find every diamond? Like, and it cost blood to search for these diamonds, man. And I just want y'all to find them, man. Like the movie Blood Diamonds, you know, find these diamonds, man. There's a lot of them in our hood. A lot of people doing a lot of stuff, man. Special shout out, man, to people like my baby Frog and them, these talented guys from the hood, man. There's so many of them, man. A lot of them do music. We got the Week Visuals. We got people doing clothes. We got so many stars, man, from our neighborhood. We just want y'all to find these diamonds, man. And be on the lookout for the documentary. We got what's coming up on the documentary. I got a couple sports shows called 4 Topics. Okay, we gonna do NFL and NBA. The first show is the NBA. The first 4 topics is these topics.
Broke, moving
We
bricks,
got
dog, mixed with fentanyl.
Mount Rushmore.
Out of town trips, I'm the one that set him
We got
off. Got
Kobe
a dotted,
versus
but the
LeBron.
fan charges couldn't get him off. Now it's long sleeves, iced
we
out
got
jewelry.
the best team that you feel like
clear,
could
look
compete
blue to
with that
me.
Bulls
Been
team.
through it all, nigga, ballin'
Jordan,
ain't new to me. If it
team
ain't
that you feel
something
like they
tell
could
you,
compete
nigga,
with that
just a
team.
shoot at me. Ran it up,
The last topic is a bonus topic.
pills.
Floyd Mayweather.
Come through the hood, shitting for his own wheels. Now I'm fucking
That's on the
bad
first show
bitches,
with four
foreign in
topics.
heels.
Be on the lookout for that. Then I got a comedy skit coming called On G's Do That.
Average nigga dream
That's coming up
of.
too. So we got a lot of stuff coming on the
West, that's my
documentary,
weak
man.
plug.
The visuals.
Niggas hate now,
Thanks
give
for
a fuck my
having me,
team
man.
up. Shoot a
You
smile
dope,
on
man.
the
Keep
face,
doing what
try
you
me
doing too, man. I love you,
mine.
man. Forever, man. Thanks for everything. Thanks for having me.
Shout out to you too, man.
Thanks, bro.
Keep doing your thing,
Keep doing what I do, man. Straight
I
up.
had my back to the wall.
What
Still
up,
I
though?
managed to stand tall. I've been through it all. Before I walked, I had to crawl. Now look at me, I got it all. I've been through it all.
I got this, I got that. He just copped the coupe and he still spinning stacks. Do the rare breed, other niggas can't match. They songs fabricated, he be winning on facts. I'm a boss. Bitch, run and tell that. My neck cost 2 Hellcats, bitch, get the hell back. Kids used to walk past grannies like, damn, you smell that? Trees all in the house, G's all on the couch. Shit ain't hard to tell, you can see what I be about. Money, paper, and big bank rolls. When they hear that hustle talk, you better get payroll. Rollie wrapped around my wrist with the whole face froze. But I done been down and I done been up. So much weight on my chest, could barely get up. While OGs putting stars on my ball, I could go on and on, y'all. I been through it all.
Whatever don't kill me, only make me stronger. Can't let them break me, can't let them take me under. Been through it all, I had my back to the wall. Still I managed to stand tall. I've been through it all. Before I walked, I had to crawl. Now look at me, I got it all. I've been through
Nigga,
it all.
yeah. Penitentiary and back. Back of the squad car, 8 ball in my sack. Got me a whole thing, I'm about to hit the trap. They was on their way to school, I was loading up the Mac. Nigga, yeah. Bitch, run and tell that. Tell them about the paper, tell them about the strap. If you got a blue